is NA free. Because up to this point, we have not won a Red Bull Kumite, Brian. How is this possible?
We haven't won a Red Bull Kumite, but Europe has won two in a row.
2 times.
So things are looking a little questionable here, and it's not like in this past event we can say, oh, it wasn't EU doing the work. Maybe it was someone from Japan or somewhere else taking out America's best. This time, Problem X, he did the thing. He went through IDOM, he went through Punk. There's no those are our guys. That's it.
Yeah.
IDOM and Punk.
That's our final frontier.
We need them to carry us. That's like the last cavalry. You know what I'm saying? That's the final push that we have is IDOM and Punk. If you get through one of them, you got to deal with the other. And Problem X dealt with both handedly. I mean, he was
bro.
3-0 against Punk, and I think it was 4-2 against IDOM or something like that. It was IDOM was in the game, but Problem X was in control. So yeah, it does beg the question. Is EU better than NA now? I don't know. It's looking.
Man, hell no. But regardless,
what's the reasoning?
You do get respect, because you can't just go off of just the one. But right now, I'll say Red Bull Kumite wise though. I mean, clearly that's not our strong suit for some reason. Are we trashing long sets? Like, does EU adapt better than America or something? But I think the most important thing is that we got to find a spot to pinpoint, like, what exactly is going on here. And I would say it's IDOM's fault. All of it's IDOM's fault. Because IDOM, you lost to Mr. Crimson, and you were supposed to win. You smoked everybody else there, I ain't gonna lie. You beat Bond Change. You just smoked everything like you always do because you got like. But you lost to Mr. Crimson. Then this time, you lost to Problem X. So I'm starting to think that he is being paid under the table. I'm starting to think that IDOM is a turncoat. I'm just saying, bro, because what are the chances of this? I know those some heavy allegations, but you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I could imagine. But regardless, man, I mean, yeah, EU is ridiculous. I think that maybe when, Punk was saying, oh, EU free or whatever, like, I don't be knowing when people respond to the EU free stuff. Because, Problem, even on Street Fighter League, he brought it up. He's like, yeah, sorry, man's not trying to hear no more of that EU free in it, or whatever the hell he was saying over there. Like, bro, for one, we never said EU free, at least on this show, okay? If you watch videos, your man's understand that, right? But regardless, do I think that they like nicer than NA? No, I do not. And of course, as Problem or anyone will tell you, Big Hollywood is willing to play anybody for bread and has beat people for it. Bro, come on, bro. We ain't gonna get into all that. But yeah, I'm talking and willing to back it up myself. I ain't talking about Punk and IDOM. I'm talking about me. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't think so. But I think that scene is amazing and you can't even debate that. Bro, Mr. Crimson in Capcom Cup is looking ridiculous. Of course, Problem X, he's not in Capcom Cup, but now a Red Bull Kumite champion. And we see what he's been doing on Street Fighter League already up to this point. And he's using multiple characters as well. We just saw what 4 Fields did in Grand Finals with that fault. So their character diversity and everything in EU is ridiculous. But North America definitely not free at all, man. We got too many amazing players. There's always going to be overreactions and all that. But yeah, I think that clearly, even when you look at the Mr. Crimson versus IDOM set, of course that could go either way right there. I think Punk, I don't think that he understood the significance of how bad that matchup was. I think Problem can beat Punk anyway. Obviously, we've seen it plenty of times, even in close, even matchups. Yeah, I think if Punk makes, Punk is a Capcom Cup. If Problem makes the Capcom Cup, I do think Punk will have another pick ready for it.
True. I think the question here is though, is EU the best region though? Because that's what the talk of the town is. And we see some people talking about that. Now,
I saw Art tweet about that.
Art made a tweet like, "Oh, is EU the best region? They got 2 Kumites under their belt." Listen, we got to clarify here. Let's be honest about something. We did not have the full representation of Japan, of Eastern Asia, at Red Bull Kumite. That's just a fact. It's just a fact. There's Street Fighter League Japan going on right now. I think people could have worked out. There's a few scheduling conflicts going on. We didn't have no Tokido, no Banchan, no Daigo, none of them, right? It's just how it is. We had amazing representation right there. We had some good character diversity. We had Yosan, Goichi, Uzura, and then the likes of them. So they were doing work, but we didn't have the full force represented in Red Bull Kumite. And the nature of the event, it's not necessarily the best way to choose a champion. It's the best way to put on a show for the people and then to see who's going to come out on top against all odds. Yes. But let's be real. You can't look at me coming in 7th and then Big Bird and Angry Bird not making it out of groups and be like, oh,
and
Brian
say,
F is better.
He's better off of one.
Right. You get what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
Fails.
I mean, we had groups that had Mena RD, Big Bird, IDOM, and JB all in one group, right? Angry Bird didn't even make it out of groups in a group with Angry Bird, Punk, Oil King, and Chris DCH, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it's
exactly.
hard to draw these lines one to one. Now you can look at the champion, I think, and definitely make some conclusions there for sure. The guy who makes it to the end.
You got to go through Problem specifically just so happened to have the hardest role.
He had the hardest path.
Everybody
right?
to turn.
He didn't dodge anybody. It's single limb, so like there's different paths to the end. But if you make it to the end and win, that's saying something. 100%. But to say the rest of the region, to make a bunch of conclusions beyond that, it's a bit tough. I mean, I think Japan is just too many good players.
Yes.
Too many good players. No matter which way you slice it. Maybe at the peak, Problem X can cook up all of Japan. Maybe Punk and IDOM can cook up Japan. But beyond that, there's just
I don't even like saying that. It ain't no cook up. Ain't no cook up.
No, it's maybe survive. I mean,
like
everyone's fighting for their life.
Yeah. It's just a great match at that point, I would say. But
I think
the best region.
I think it's no longer the responsibility of the top players from any region. It's everybody else. We need more people to rise to that level to catch up with Japan and yeah. Until that happens, until we can fill up a normal like traditional Capcom Pro Tour Capcom Cup with at least half from any region beyond Japan. Until then, Japan is number one, man. Until I can see 16 players in a 32-man bracket be from EU, I gotta give it to Japan. So until that point, I think not only does NA have to step it up, EU has to step it up, everybody has to step it up. We still got work to do. That's the way I look at it at the end of the day. But the top players, of course, Problem X, he did the thing, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely one of the best in the world. The hottest player right now, won Red Bull Kumite, won the offline event. So we can't take nothing away from EU, and I think maybe NA needs to be a bit more humble these days. We gotta step it back a little bit.
I disagree. I'm never gonna be humble. I'll give a damn.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah, what you mean that's true, bro? Hold up.